Hey guys, it's Pras here, and today I will be talking about Real Madrid. Sort of made an analysis of them, and I've discovered some things that make them so good because there's no doubt they are an excellent side. So I will show you some stuff here, so I can just quickly use the. Let's see here. We'll just need to get in Pepe, Casillas. We'll get my starting 11 here, or my recommended starting 11 here. So we do like that, and then just get in Benzema. That is how I think you should start with Real Madrid. You can of course just change Fabio Contrao and Marcelo if you want. That really isn't important, but so what I need to show you here. I will start by the work rates. So high attacking work rate and medium defensive on Marcelo, and the thing is that if you play on defensive as you should in competitive matches, then that is more like a medium high. I think that you taking it on defensive sort of makes the defensive work rate go up with one and the attacking work rate go down. So if someone has a high attacking work rate, it will be like a medium and stuff like that. Pepe here, he has a medium high work rates, so he is yeah, that's really not that important actually when you play head to head, because even though Sergio Ramos has a high attacking work rate, it really doesn't matter in head to head because that high attacking work rate is marginal. It doesn't affect his game very much. Contrao high medium as well, but as I talked about with Marcelo, he still stays back when you have it on defensive due to that medium defensive work rate. Then you have these two, Xabi Alonso and Khedira, medium high on both of them, and that is really important because they will, of course, they will be available. They will not just be back, but they will not be too attacking. They will not leave you exposed. And when you play 4-2-3-1, that is just the defensive midfielders you want. Then Di Maria, high medium. It's a bit. Of course, it's the same work rates as Marcelo and Contrao, and yet he will come back. But of course, he will be up as well with that high attacking work rate. But he will come back and defend as well, as it is really important. Then you have Benzema, medium. That is actually a slight problem in this side. He should have had that high medium work rates, because that is what I would recommend, because now he sometimes uses a bit too long to get into space. But well, I will talk about something in a second that makes that not being such a big problem. Then you have Mesut Ozil, medium low. That is actually perfect when you play that central attacking midfield role, because he will not get back, but he will not just run through your opponent's back four all the time. He will stay in that room between your opponent's midfielders and their defenders, and that is where he is most effective. Then you of course have Ronaldo, high-low, just what you want in a striker, and of course he's an excellent player. I still have some stuff to talk about, and that is, you probably know that in FIFA you have, the players can be either stocky, lean, or something in between. I think it's just call it normal, or average. So I think Marcelo is average, and that makes him feel so much stronger, because as you can see, he has 75 strength, and that really shows. But if he had been lenient, I'm not sure. I think it's then or thin, we can just call it that, then he would have felt much weaker, but he isn't, and that makes him strong. A perfect sample of that is Alaba. think he has like 59 strength or something, but he feels so strong due to him being, I think it's stocky actually. Then you have Pepe and Ramos, and what is important here is that neither of them are stocky, and that means that they, with that pace they have, they really use it in a way that makes them really quick. Because if they had been stocky, they would have felt much heavier. You would have, every step would have taken a longer time to complete and stuff like that, and they would have been slower, no doubt about it. But as they are just average, they will feel very quick indeed, and that is of course how they are. Then I'm not sure, Contrao, he feels actually quite weak. I think he is thin, and of course that is also a slight problem, but of course this team is so good that even though there are a few problems, you really can't complain. Then you have these two. I think that Khedira is stocky, and I actually think that Xabi Alonso is it as well. He may be average, but I think he is stocky, and that makes that 77 strength feel more like an 85. And Khedira of course is super strong, and in attack, for example, this is a real problem with Barcelona. Everyone there is thin, and everyone feels very, very weak. But even though Di Maria here, for example, only has 64 strength, I think he's average when it comes to being thick. So he feels much stronger than that 64, but he is not stocky, because that would have made him quite a lot slower, or made him feel quite a lot slower. Benzema, he doesn't feel that quick because I think he is stocky, but he feels very, very strong indeed. Mesut Ozil, I'm pretty sure he's thin, or I'm absolutely sure, but in that role it works out pretty well, because then he feels a bit quicker, not much quicker, but just that a little bit, and a bit more agile, and that really makes him perfect for that centre attacking role. Then you have Cristiano Ronaldo. He is average, and that means he will not get pushed off the ball, even though he only has 79 strength. It feels like 90, because he has that average body size, and of course he is quite tall as well, and that of course helps. So I have one more thing to talk about when it comes to the attacking plays. Basically, you can see here, and that is the vision, and of course when it comes to the defenders, it is the marking and the stand tackling, and of course also the aggression. Actually, you can see there all of the defenders have 80 plus aggression, and that really makes them win those 50-50s. So that makes your defense really, really solid, because you just need that one defender. Often when you play with the teams or defenders that don't have that high aggression, they can win the ball, but they will often just lose it again. They will somehow tackle it to your opponents. But with these guys, if they tackle it, the ball will go at least 10 feet, and that will make you able to defend once more, or make your defenders get into position. Then you have the marking. You can see here Pepe has 83 marking, and let's see, where is his marking? Trying to find it. There you go, 82, and he has 75, and he has only 73. But it's the two centre halves here that are important, because they have fairly good marking, and combined with that pace, the pace that they have, they will always mark the correct people, and they will mark them closely, and that is really, really important. My attacking players, so I start showing you just a second ago. Sami Khedira, 78 vision, and Xabi Alonso 91 vision. That makes them very good to control that defensive midfield, and that is very good in a team. Then you have Angel Di Maria, 84 vision, Benzema 78 vision, Mesut Ozil 92, and Ronaldo 80. You might very well think that it really isn't that important, but that is one of the key features that or the key elements to the passing play of Real Madrid, which is very, very good. That is that they have good vision, they can pass, they can see those passes, and many might not think about this as important, but it is. So then I have another thing to show you, and that is the tactics of Real Madrid. You can see here, this is also something that many people don't think much about, but it is really, really important. They have a balanced build-up play, so that is what I think is the best on FIFA, because you can play forwards, but you won't need to make those passes with your square button, those lobbed passes. Then they have a mixed passing, but what should you say? It's they will. That also contributes to that. To that they need not to get those lobbed passes. An organized build-up play, that actually is quite helpful, because that means that the players you want to be in those different roles as you do. You want, for example, Ronaldo to be your striker. You want Mesut Ozil to be in that space between your opponent's defense and midfielders, and that makes them do so. And this is actually one of the key elements to Real Madrid being so good. They have a risky chance creation, and that means you will have much movement ahead of the ball or around the ball when you have the ball in attack. And for example, if you take Barcelona, they have safe. I can show you. They have it like this, and that means that you will have almost no movement through your opponent's back four, and that really makes it hard to play. But with Real Madrid's risky passing, you will always have movement, and that is so important. So they have a normal amount of crossing, not very important, lots of shots, and you have very good shot takers. So of course that's fine, and but with that risky chance creation, that will mean that they still move a lot. They will not just stay back and try a shot and that. So it will not be that important. Free form, and that will make it. It's really not that important actually, but it doesn't feel very different from organized, as they have an organized build-up play. Then you have your defense. You have a quite low pressuring. So that means that when you lose the ball, your players will get backwards really, really quick, and that makes it really hard to break through. Your aggression, well, it's just beneath 50, so you're not super aggressive either. That means that, again, your players will be always behind the ball, and you can defend more as a team rather than defending as one player all the time. And when you have good marking, that really helps as well. Then you have this. I was wondering actually, because I've never thought about wide as being good, but when you think about it, it really is quite good, because I have made some analysis of formations before, and that when you have four in the back, the thing about it is that if your fullbacks stays out wide, they will cover a huge amount of space, even though you don't know it that well. But that is actually quite good. And you have cover, of course, that is important, so that they won't try to make an offside trap, and that would of course could quickly be lethal. So I will just show you a match, highlight some of the stuff, and yeah, of course, talk. So I hope you'll find that interesting. So here is an excellent example of the risky passing play. You can see there, Benzema, Ronaldo, all of them was moving, and with that pace in that Ronaldo has, it will only go one way. And of course, I was lucky enough to play someone with play as Manchester United in this match. Here, once more, you can see that they are always moving. See there, Di Maria is continuing his run without me actually controlling him, and that is so important to create that chance. I would not have created that if it wasn't for that run. Here you can see the strength of Xabi Alonso. You can see he just presses Valencia off the ball, even though he doesn't have that much strength. So here I'm highlighted quite a lot of stuff. You can see the back four. They are fairly close to each other, even though it's on wide. Marcelo has gotten into the middle of the park, and that is very good. Then I have my midfielders marked in red. You can see that Xabi Alonso, he is perfectly marking Kagawa there. If Kagawa got the ball, he would have tried to get past Xabi Alonso, and that is very difficult indeed. Then you have Benzema, who is just in the right place there. And you can see here that Di Maria is marking, or he's at least on the right side of Nani, making it almost impossible for him to do anything. And Khedira here, he is marking quite a lot of space there, because him and Xabi Alonso, they are taking out that space just in front of my defenders, making it almost impossible for players like Kagawa, or if, for example, still it would have made his job a lot more difficult if he was playing for United there. And then you have my defense. They're just marking Rooney and Van Persie, not a big problem. And you can see that Ozil, he's really not marking anyone, but he is just in that right space. You can see, if I was to win the ball now, he's not marked by anyone, and he could quickly get the ball and start running forwards. So yeah, that was it. Yeah, so you can see here that I'm in very good balance. You can see Ozil still being open, and very poor decision from me there, chasing out with control, but it worked out all right. Then the last thing I wanted to show you was the strength of Ronaldo. You can see here, even though Rafael is trying to press him off the ball, he has no chance at all, and with the pace again, he can just finish that off easily. Remember that this analysis is not to improve Real Madrid, it's just trying to give you the answer to why they are so good. So I hope you enjoyed this analysis. This is Pras signing out. Goodbye.